I know it has been a while, but welcome to my channel. Welcome to an online review of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is the June edition. I thought I was missing heaps. Thankfully, I've only missed one, and that was the April edition. So I will go back and cover that off as well, seeing as it's literally just ticked over May at the moment. If you're interested in this magazine, you can purchase it as hard copy, or you can purchase it online. You can actually get a subscription for $20 for a whole year, and that includes all the back issues. It's a very, very good deal. So if that's something that you're interested in having a look at, then please go and check out the links. It is going to be in my Google document for anything floss, yarn, or otherwise related. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. Please ring the bell so that you get the notification and you will get an update as to when these videos go up. Might as well just get into it because it's been so long. I don't want to really delay it much more, so I'm gonna just try and beetle my way through, and every now and then I'm going to zoom in to the picture and block patterns and such. So I'll see how this goes. It could be a little bit tricky, but it worked the first time. I don't quite know how it worked the first time, but it did. So this is the magazine. It's How Does Your Garden Grow on the front. It's got the crisp lettuce and the heirloom tomatoes. And then you've got some very fashionably placed carrots. You've got some advertising on the first couple of pages and contents. So we've got a Scotland, well, it's kind of like a sampler. It's age 11 on it somewhere. Very, very basic. Excuse me, but these are the contents. So I take my sip of tea, sorry. I've just seen the corny joke. You're one in a melon. Oh dear. Okay, so far nothing is jumping out at me to say, yeah, I definitely want this magazine. But what I will do, because now we're going to be, getting into patterns, I'm going to do that. Yes, I know, you're going to get me looking at the screen and see how we go. So this is the first one. If I can get this, no. Hang about. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's moving something in the background, which is really annoying. There we go. Alright, I'll get out of the way. And then you see, you get to see this. So yeah, what I had oopsied was moved the wrong screen. So you get the crisp lettuce even, or the heirloom tomatoes. So it's kind of like your seed packets kind of thing. It could be for a bookmark, anything that you would mark your gardening books with, maybe. So there's that. It's got a fair bit of variegation in that tomato. It's not too bad. The crisp lettuce is really good. Yeah, and the shading and the shadowing, that's kind of cool too. But let's see what else they have. Actually, let me get this up there just in case, because I know there are unscrupulous people out there who steal videos. And it's like, go away. This is pretty cute. This, and I know this is going to be a bit, well, do we want to see Pippa jump into your screen? This is called Wildfire Flower Row. It's kind of pretty. It's a little bit nondescript. It is by Kristen Stoltzfus Clay. Sorry for screwing up your name, Kristen, if you ever watch my videos. It's German-ish. So there you go. You got some wildflowers on a throw cushion. It's not a huge cushion or anything else. There's that pattern. What else we got? Oh, it's showing the second half of the pillow, but it's also getting in now to pattern. The pattern is actually a portrait on A4 page, and you've got your overlaps that you could scan and put in. Alright, are you ready for some corny very, very corny vegetables and fruits. I love you a bunch. Grapes. You're very sweet. Strawberry. You're one in a melon. Watermelon. I love you cherry much. God. We're quite a pair. You're the apple of my eye. Yeah, very much kill me now. Okay, they are called Sweet Sentiments. What are they? They are quick to stitch motifs to transform, and you can transform them into handy magnets or note cards in no time. Rhonda Nari of Tangled Threads and Things is the designer there. It's all kinds of groan-worthy, pun-in-cheek kind of, yes, terrible. But anyway, you get all the patterns. The colouring is actually really good in these patterns. The variegation in the cherries was all kinds of cool. Here is a vegetable sampler. That's kind of cute. If you want your vegetables, it's very basic. Look, I have to say, when I got the Just Cross Stitch magazine, I don't recall it being quite as basic, flat. It's simple, or maybe I'm just getting more experienced in wild, wacky, blended and everything else. That design for the sampler was by Susan Powell of the Laurel Susan Studio, if you're interested in that. There's an ad for a book, The Proper Stitch, a guide to counted thread, revised and expanded, and it's all kinds of heirloom type samplers, and it's by Darlene Osteen of The Needle's Praise, which Prayse. Okay, these are kind of cute. Now, I don't know how much of these I'm going to be able to show you, but we'll see how we go. I'll get out of the way, as I'm doing. Herb Garden markers, so quick stitching, and there's showing some thyme, basil, and chives, or thyme, basil, as I think the Americans pronounce it, and chives. They're kind of cute. They're very, very simple. Nice finish in the hoop with the ribbon to hang. And, you know, chucking it on a terracotta pot is a little bit rustic. Now, they are by, oops, I just passed it, Chrissy Callahan of, oops, Turtle Bunny Creations. So that's her. There's some ads, and then there's some patterns. They are, what do we say, 30 by 30, maybe? There's no numbers on the grids. They're tiny. They're really, really small. This is gorgeous. Now, this, look, I'm a sucker for poppies. Okay, what can I say? Red poppies, they just look so delicate and beautiful, and yes. Garden Visitor is actually the butterfly. A cluster of vibrant orange poppies. Well, they're red. Typo? Don't know. Anyway, red poppies. Oh, Sophie's come a cropper. And, oops, into pattern, so we'll stop there. Trying to find the designer's info. It doesn't say on that page. And then it goes straight into the pattern, and then we get, okay, so it's by Sharon Pope. That one, it's rather pretty, but they're not orange. Okay, now this would appear, what is it? It's a mystery stitch along series. Okay, so this is sampler kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm clicking because every time I go back into my OBS, it's losing something. Anyway, minor. Mystery stitch along series. So this is a sampler series, so this is where it's up to. I'm not sure. I think I saw the beginning of this in February issue. So then this would have been March, somewhere here, maybe from the poppies down, and then or something, or two lots of rows, and then this is the June double section with the kind of checkerboard thing and the daisy violet kind of stuff. Charts part 1 and 2 are in February and April. Yeah, it did look familiar, and you can get them on the store as well. Okay, so specialist stitching, if you want to learn how to do some different stitching for that. Where Flowers Bloom Part 3 is what it's called. I don't know if it's, does it tell me? Does it say how many parts? No, it's not saying how many parts. There is the sampler Sleuth. The sampler Sleuth was written about our foremothers past, their skill, their wonderful sampler art that has survived hundreds of years into our current time. There's a bit of an article. There's miniature sleighs as charms. And, okay, we've now got the schoolgirl sampler. This is what I was telling you about when I... Goodness. That one. It's... maybe as you'd expect for an 11-year-old girl, but to be honest, the things that the kids were dishing up when they were 11 or 8 on the heirloom samplers from the States, it's a little bit better than this. So yeah, there's this, and it is designed by Gwendolyn Shepherd, so hence the initials GKS, age 11, 2020. I mean, good on her. I just... I just think that maybe the skills that they're doing now are maybe a little bit lacking, maybe because they don't have the same standards as back in the day when they were learning their alphabet and their numbers by doing the stitching, and they would have done more than a high school, primary school kid would do now. I don't know. Okay, look, it's Mother's Day coming up. What is it? Second Monday in May? I'm terrible. Anyway, our second Sunday in May, not Monday. So special mum. So this is Mom Your So EW special, and it's a little pink gnome. I mean, how cute is that? I do like gnomes, but that's just cute. And then the little finishes, the little bit of ribbon, the beading around the edge. There's actually a lot involved in finishing that one. That is by Jennifer J. Redmond. And that is her Mother's Day stitch. All kinds of pink. It's kind of cute. I like it. I like it. Okay. Really terrific dad. Okay. So the dads are getting in there as well. Because June... No, hang on. It's either June or September is Father's Day. So here's the dad's version. Terrific. Really terrific dad. So if he's into fishing, you're sorted. And again, it's the corny puns. Dad, you're really terrific. And it's got a bait bucket, and it's got a fish, and he's a little daddy gnome. And the fish are farting, or bubbles, depending on which way you're looking at them. One has the bubble going out its butt, and one's got the bubble going out its mouth. Oh dear. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Alright. Next. Also by Jennifer Redmond. Same style. They're really cute. I really like them. Wow. Okay. This one. All stitchers are collectors. It's a little bit orange. If orange is not your thing, change the colours. There's some funky stitching going on with her fringe or her bangs. But you've basically got mum, woman, anyway, arms full of crafty supplies, pin cushions and stuff spilling out of the drawers, as we tend to have when we are, yes, a bit obsessed. So that's the Mum's collection, and that's by Cherry Parker of Cherry Parker Designs. Crafty people are obsessed. As I chew my lip. Okay. We've got a Dad's Diner. Now, Dad's Diner. I had a diner in a town called Stillorgan back when I was a teenager. And it had a diner like this. It was actually a... Oh, I can't even think of the name now. Anyway, it was an American diner with these kind of booths. And we had the chocolate malt shake, you know, like you'd get in any diner, to be honest. But yes, reminds me of that. Always open. Oh, this was not always open. But anyway, And it says, "We didn't forget you, Mom." This is by Catherine Burlew. Alternative Mom's Diner charted title is also provided. So let me see if I can get Mom's Diner. But, you know, it's nice for the dads to, you know, have their part. Let's see if they've got a picture of Mom. No, they just literally have Mom instead of Dad. This has come with no description as the page starts. So you got a seaside scene. It's kind of pretty. I kind of like it. It reminds me of Broome. It looks like full coverage because you've got that variegation of blue over the horizon. The sea is lovely and variegated, and then you've got all the grasses. Wildflowers with a View is what it's called. Pretty yellow posies dance in the breeze of this seascape, and that is by Christian Stoltzfus Clay as well. Alright, so there's that pretty little picture. Now, what else have we got? Follow Your Dreams. Uplifting phrases. It's all kinds of nautical. So you've got Ride the Waves, Find Your Anchor, Wish Upon a Starfish, Have a Whale of a Good Time. You've got the compass in the northeast, southwest, and all the corners. It's kind of cute. If you had the right kind of fabric, that would really work. I actually kind of like, and the Ride the Waves little section, that actually reminds me of Fee's resin desk that she made. She's been doing her counters. So that is by L.S. Porter of Hothouse Petunia Designs. So there's that. It looks relatively simple. I just want to see how much gradient there is in the whale. No, it is all the one color. It's just the photograph, how it renders. This is all the sea themes. Okay, the next one is Sailing Away, and it's these little boats, yachts. Sailing away with the fleet, and details. There's another picture. Hello? Rhonda Norrie of Tangled Threads and Things designed that. Very nautical, very okay. Ooh, okay, look. If you haven't already caught any of my whip and chats, okay, I'm a geocacher, right? I'm also a scout by family tradition and heritage and all that kind of jazz, right? This is right up my alley though, because it's your coordinates for home. So it's a cushion, or it's been made into a cushion. It could be done on linen. I absolutely adore this, and I could nearly envisage doing a little shape of maybe Ireland in one corner, maybe with the Irish coordinates up the top and maybe my Tassie coordinates down the bottom. This is awesome. We're actually 42 degrees south in Tasmania. I think Hobart is 42 degrees south. We've got a magazine. And I think it's, oh yeah, it's also in the roaring 40s. So I don't know where these coordinates would be. Somewhere over in the east coast of the US. That is so cool though. I really, really love this idea. Let me get rid of that for you, and I will see. This is designed by Barbie Lau, LAUX, from Twisted Willow Designs. The skill level is easy. It's 4 3/4 inches by 6 1/4 inches. It's 16.9 by 97. It's awesome. It uses Sand Belfast linen from Picture This Plus. The problem with this being Picture This Plus is that you cannot buy it retail. You have to find wherever retails the Picture This Plus fabrics. They are wholesalers only. So if you're after that particular one, you know what? You could almost tea dye some linen. I wouldn't go coffee, but tea, yeah. You could definitely get away with a tea dye of that. And you've got all the numerals, the northeast, north, south, east and west letters, so that you can personalize this to your coordinates. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And plenty of spaces if you're like me and you're so far around the world that we've got 3 numbers at the east coordinates. You can add in those numbers. So that is brilliant. I love that. Okay, and it's actually telling you personalized coordinates can be determined using an app or website such as www.latlong.net. Okay, so if you want to work them out, and there's an ad for Weeks Dye Works. Okay. Next is this kind of pastel. I was going to say bland, but it's not. It's just pastel. It's just very, very subtle. It's called Ocean. What's with all the... Okay, maybe it's because it's June, it's summer. It's all nautical themed. Far out. Used light and colour in this nautical design is reminiscent of beautiful 19th century paintings of Claude Monet. Now, he uses much stronger colours than that. That is by Carol Thornton of Carol Thornton Designs. It's really nice, but if... well, to be honest, if nautical stuff is not your thing, this magazine is not for you this month. I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's there's Floss Reviews. Okay. So there is product reviews on favorite finds. So there's a Krennic assortment review. There's a Presencia America review. Now I actually have a Presencia skein. Sorry, looking for words. Retail price of a sampler pack. Okay, so it's a few, and then it says Krennic, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, the sampler pack must include the Krennic, which is Presencia plus Krennic. Okay, there's the DMC Floral Collector's tin. If you like collecting your DMC in the tins, the tin is gorgeous. It's got red flowers on it. Actually, you know what? I can show you this page. You would have to pause this if you want to read it. I would suggest that you buy the magazine for this if you want to read it, though. So you've got the Krennic assortment, you've got the Presencia, you've got the floral tin. How cute is that? That's really, really nice. I love having the tins that are kind of permanent. Sullivan's USA, which I have seen more and more of, and Weeks Dye Works. My God. I'm going to read this because I want to get more information on them because I'm collecting them. Introduced their 6-strand Egyptian cotton fibre in 1994, and that product line remains their largest line with nearly 300 hand over-dyed colours currently available. Oh dear. Their flosses are coloured with US-made, environmentally friendly dyes that result in colours that are shaded enough to be noticeable, excuse me, yet subtle enough to blend naturally. Because the fibre is pliable, it's perfect for cross-stitch, surface embroidery and needlepoint on many different thread counts of fabric and canvas. It works great with punch needle, did you know, 1 to 3 and 6 strands, and stitching on wool applique and penny rugs. And you can visit their website to view the entire line, and each skein is $2.40 US. Then there's Gypsy Quilter Floss Bobbins. Ooh, are they the ones that close up? Hang on. Having a quick scan. Wind around the bobbin. While you're stitching, leave a short tail for your floss exposed from the closed bobbin. Yes, they close up, look like a little clamshell. That's kind of cool. We were discussing pearl thread dispensers when I was at my stitching group last weekend. Yeah, some crazy ideas were flying around. There's the Trinway Silks Harmony Floss, based in Lakewood, Colorado. There is the Gentle Art Samplers. I'm going to read this as well because I like and I collect them. The subtle colours of Sampler Thread, Simply Shaker and Simply Wool Hand-Dyed Floss from Gentle Art are the appeal of the quality. Craftsmanship strive for consistency, working to minimise the natural slight variations that come with a hand-dye process. Recommends a cool bath to remove any residual dye and then hanging the skeins to dry before stitching to achieve colour fastness. Oopsie! To learn more about the beautiful threads, go to thegentleart.com. It retails $2.50 to $3.50 for samplers and simply shakers, and more for the wool. Okay. Then we get an ad, and we're probably getting to the end of the magazine. Finishing instructions. Piping finishing instructions. All handy pillow finishing instructions. So there's that. Then we've got some ads and illustrations. This is how you do your stitches. So there is back stitch, and it's got numbers showing where you come up, where you go down, where you go to next, all of that kind of thing. Cross stitch, Ada, half cross, quarter cross, showing where you go up and you go down, 3/4. Oh, that's something I need to switch off. 3/4 cross stitch, half cross stitch over 2. It's showing you everything. Straight stitch in Ada, straight long stitch, all kinds of confusing. And then it gets even more and more complicated. French knot wrap, and I don't know if it's going to say anything about colonial being different. So there is the blurbs on all the places to buy things. What do we get next month? My Quaker Christmas sampler. Yeah, it really is the time to start. So there is the next portion. So I'm going to take you off the pattern now. That is by Nancy Waller, or Valler, from Faith Works Designs. So she, well, it's Quaker, yes. So it will be in the, I was kind of thinking Amish, but Quaker, yeah. They are their other section of things. So that's it, Project Gallery, and I'll show you this because it's kind of cool. If I can get it. There we go. There is the gallery of all the pieces in this month's magazine. I have to say, probably not my most favourite, but by golly, that compass long piece, yeah, that is a winner. Christmas ornaments then coming up, because, you know, it's time to get ready for Christmas, because it takes time to stitch these things. Growing green patterns from Mill Hill and other designs. I think we're on the last page. That's it. That is it. All right, that was a blast through. Looks $20. The more expensive magazines obviously have a lot more, I don't know, just a different style of magazine, different advertising and stuff. But there's some nice stuff in there, and the yeah, the lat long, definitely one that I would copy out, PDF it, and throw into Pattern Keeper to be able to do. Alright, I will leave you to it. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed the flick through. I hope the screen wasn't too jumpy or putting you off with the clicking in, clicking out, but you still get to see, you know, the facial reactions when I'm looking at stuff, I suppose. That's my main thing. If you would like to get more floss stuff from me, as I said, subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified of any more videos in future, and I will see you around on the tubes. Bye for now. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.